Pilate, I think, was a typical politician. He was crafty. He kept himself in office. He did not appoint one single high priest. All the other ones did, not Pilate. And that's because he let the Jewish authorities conduct their own business. And so when he came to Jerusalem for that Passover celebration, he had a problem on his hands. A popular teacher has been seized by the ruling authorities, the Jewish ruling authorities, and they want him dead. And Pilate is thinking, do I want to kill this guy on the eve of Passover and possibly spark unrest, start a riot? I don't know. Just because Jesus has insulted them in the temple precincts, I'm not really sure I want to do this. The Gospels play on that, and they point out to readers around the Roman Empire, you see, this is what's going on, this dynamic. It wasn't real obvious to Pilate that Jesus was a threat. That's what the Gospels are doing. I think that's realistic. Pilate, in the end, decides to put Jesus to death.
Yeah, he couldn't have been a good guy if he said, you're innocent, we'll kill you anyway.
But Michael Bajan's theory that Pilate was in cahoots with Joseph of Arimathea and some of these other people and wanted to help fake Jesus' death, that is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, because if they're going to use Josephus on one hand, I mean, Josephus talks about how the Roman emperor disciplined Pilate, and boy, the fourth time, Pilate didn't come back, okay? Now, he went up there and the emperor died, but he never came back to the Palestinian area. So the fact is that he was knowledgeable about the fact that you can't offend the emperor, you can't offend the Jews so they go behind my back and over my head over to the emperor. You got these accounts from non-Christian sources. So this tension between Pilate and the Jewish high priests and what was happening in that courtyard seems like it's accurately portrayed in the gospel accounts.
I think so. And keep in mind, this is Passover. What is Passover in the Jewish calendar? It's celebrating God's deliverance of his people from Egyptian bondage. So here we have a Roman governor, and people make analogies. We're suffering under now Roman bondage. The last thing the governor wants to do on the eve of the highest and most holy holiday is put to death a popular preacher who has come down for the celebration of Passover. He doesn't want to do that. He's on the horns of a dilemma. And so I think the gospel portrait is very accurate.